The early life of Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel was born to Emmanuel Nobel and Henriette Angel on October 21, 1833, which is the same year that their family filed for bankruptcy. So you see, Emmanuel was an engineer and an inventor, but due to misfortunes in his construction work, there was no other choice but to file. Henriette came from money, wealthy money, and when Emmanuel left for Russia to look for other jobs, she opened up a grocery store to provide for herself and her sons. In 1842, he brought his family to St. Petersburg where Alfred would get private schooling. By the age of 17, he was fluent in Swedish, Russian, French, English, and German. His interests lie in English literature and poetry, as well as physics and chemistry. But his father didn't like that. Since he liked literature and poetry, his father thought of him to be introverted because his dream was for his sons to join the enterprise just like him as an engineer. Due to this unfortunate news, Emmanuel sent Alfred for further training in chemical engineering for 2 years, traveling to Sweden, Germany, the United States, and France, which soon became his favorite place. In Paris, he worked in private laboratory with Professor T.J. Paluzzi, a famous chemist. Here, he met Asino Sobrero, the inventor of nitroglycerin. Alfred's interest expanded of this interesting concept and of how it could be used in construction work. Once again, his family filed into bankruptcy. However, they were able to salvage the family enterprise and then went on to develop the oil industry in the southern part of the Russian Empire. After returning to Sweden in 1863, Alfred concentrated on developing nitroglycerin as an explosive. Severe explosions convinced the authorities that its production was dangerous, one of the reasons being that it killed Alfred's little brother, who was in the laboratory when the explosion happened. But this didn't discourage Alfred, and in 1864 he was able to start a mass production of nitroglycerin. He found that by mixing nitroglycerin with another chemical, Keyscooler, it would turn the liquid into a paste that could be shaped into multiple ways, just like a rod of size and form, suitable for the insertion in drilling houses. This material became known as dynamite. Alfred also invented a blasting cap, also called a detonator, that could be ignited by lighting a fuse. All of his hard work paid off, and in 1865 his factory in Krumlov near Hamburg, Germany, was exporting nitroglycerin explosives to other countries such as Europe, America, and Australia. Over the years, he founded factories and laboratories in some 90 different places in more than 20 countries. This left him traveling most of the time. By the time that he died, he had 355 patents.
The contributions of Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel made amazing contributions around the world through his new inventions. These inventions mainly leaned towards serving war and destruction needs, seeing as how he produced the first dynamite, blasting cap, and also smokeless gunpowder. Toward the end of Alfred's life, he had accumulated a huge amount of money, and also despised the fact that his dynamite was being used in such a cruel way. So in his will, Alfred dedicated his entire fortune to those who had conferred the greatest benefit of mankind. Thus, the famous Nobel Prize began. In 1901, 5 years after Alfred Nobel's death, the first 5 prizes in physics, chemistry, physiology and medicine, peace, and literature were awarded. The 6th category of economics was not founded until 1969. It almost seemed ironic that Alfred Nobel, a man who had spent most of his life dedicated to studying explosives and inventing dynamite, would give his entire fortune to create the most honorable peace prize known to mankind. Alfred Nobel's beliefs. Through confirmation and baptism, Alfred Nobel was Lutheran. During his years in Paris studying, Alfred attended the Church of Sweden abroad, led by Pastor Nathan Suberlin, who later would become a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1930. Alfred Nobel never married, but still had strong beliefs in love. With intensive work and much travel, he did not have much time for a private life. At age 43, Alfred decided it was time to settle down. So he placed an advertisement in the newspaper reading, "Wealthy, highly educated elderly gentleman seeks lady of mature age, versed in languages, as secretary and supervisor of household." After the ad, Alfred found many lovers, but still never married.
Alfred Nobel has many influential quotes, but here are just a few. Success is not a place at which one arrives, but rather the spirit with which one undertakes and continues the journey. If I have 1,000 ideas and only one turns out to be good, I am satisfied. I intend to leave after my death a large fund for the promotion of the peace idea, but I am skeptical as to its results. My dynamite will sooner lead to peace than 1,000 world conventions. As soon as men will find that in one instant whole armies can be utterly destroyed, they surely will abide by golden peace.